This is This CSS Life. Each month we choose a theme and bring you stories from the CSS community based on that theme. This month's theme is stewardship. Our act relates to stewardship because we can become better stewards of our community by simply picking up after ourselves and being respectful and courteous to those who may go unnoticed in our community, like the janitors and housekeepers.
On a college campus, much goes on to keep up appearances. During a tour, appearances can make or break the admission decision of a prospective freshman. So we asked ourselves, who keeps the school grounds clean? We interviewed a janitor employed here at St. Scholastica.
My name is Joshua Corrigan.
Job title?
I'm a general maintenance janitor. Worked here for 13 years. My daily duties are I work in the tower building.
Joshua has many duties, including replacing light bulbs, trash removal of the student union and storms den, outside trash removal, and setups for student events, as well as other events such as open houses. Next, we really wanted to know why being a janitor became his line of work. We also wanted to know if he enjoyed the work he does here, and what his motivation is for coming to clean up after people each day.
When you have a job like this, it's not kind of a decision. It's kind of a step A leads to step B to C to D. So I started out working in restaurant field. One of the opportunities that was given to me was to come in on the weekends and start doing floor care for the restaurant. And that's kind of the first thing that kind of led me in that direction. And then when I was 19, I moved out to Oregon and got a job with the school district, and I was working in a high school. We decided to move back to Minnesota, and when we did that, that's when St. Scholastica was hiring, and so my experience from the school district kind of directly led into this here. So,
What do you enjoy most about your work, or what makes you want to come to work every day?
it's definitely the students, the people I meet, and the job that that you provide here. If it weren't for the students, it would just be an exercise. The best part of my job is the people that I meet. We have a student worker program here with the college. I've developed a lot of real close relationships with a few student workers that have worked here, and to the extent of gone out after hours. Definitely, they enrich your life completely.
We also asked Joshua what his least favorite part of his job was. Unsurprisingly, he replied,
Snow shoveling.
And why is that?
The hours that we have to come in. I'm not a very big morning person as it is, and we get called and we have to come in at 4 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. And so that means you got to be here at 4 o'clock in the morning, means you got to get up at 2:30 in the morning, and you got a wife and family and kids and stuff like that. It's kind of, no one likes getting up at that time.
Joshua also says that his job has been thankless at points throughout his life, but here he feels pretty appreciated.
High school students didn't seem to notice or appreciate, or at least verbalize that they were appreciative of what was going on. But I worked for 3 years out in the apartments, Scanlonhurst, Cedar, and so when you're in an environment like that where you see students on a daily basis and you're in their homes, all the time, every day, without fail, there'd be, at least 4 or 5 students coming up to me. They'd see you mopping the floor and they would thank you for it.
About the people that aren't appreciative, Joshua had this to say.
I do think that there's 5%, there's definitely a 5% group out there that does not care about the work that goes on here. Probably don't care about the college itself, and they tend to wreck it or tend to be, a vocalized group. But all in all, I would say 95% of the students appreciate what you do and thank you for it.
Joshua went from a high school where he didn't feel appreciated to CSS, where he gets thanked nearly every day. What does this say about the community we have here at CSS?
We posed Joshua this question: what, as stewards of CSS in our community, can we as students and staff do to help you with your job?
I would have to say just the common courtesy, treat the college like it was your home. Sit on the couch, don't stand on it. wipe your feet when you come in the door. Don't just come in with the clothes on. Throw your trash away when you're done with it. You know, just simple things like if you were living in your home, what would you want from a good roommate? What would you want from, you know, from your brother or sister?
One of the things we thought about in this process was whether or not our janitorial staff feel not only unappreciated, but unnoticed.
If I have a pet peeve, it would be that sometimes we'll come through here, especially at lunchtime. I have to come and empty the trash during lunch, and I'll have a big trash cart with me. And people will stop in what I deem to be like the worst possible places to have a conversation, like right outside the mailroom. You know, everyone's going through the tunnel and up to the steps, and then people are going to stop and have a conversation there. And so in that sense, yeah, I mean, I've stood with a cart, and yeah, I mean, and I'm a big guy, so to me, to be invisible is pretty hard to do, you know. So and with a big cart, so yeah, there's definitely times where you do feel invisible, as far as when you're performing your duties and stuff. But I think in general, you know, I would have to say in general that at this college, we really are appreciated, you know. I think that the students go a long way. I think that the faculty and the sisters, you know, all go a long way in doing that, you know. Our management, our facilities department in general, you know, one of the things has always been is that, you know, my boss has always told me that you should do your job, and thinking that there's a prospective parent coming into this college that's thinking about bringing their child there, and what would you want them to see from the staff if you were coming to bring your child to a college.
This is Joshua's philosophy as he does his job. He says that people pay a lot of money to go here, so the school should look the part.
I've worked for office buildings and done cleaning other places where you truly are invisible to the extent where they don't even want you around while you're cleaning, you know. So they truly want you invisible, and this one of the natures of the job is to be behind the scenes type of a person. You need income, you know. So I got to be somewhere, and if I got to be somewhere, then this is where I want to be.
Based off of the interview with Joshua, the janitors here at St. Scholastica feel that people appreciate what they do.
What does this mean for our community?
It means that we as students are being stewards of the community in which we live in. We take care of our college and are proud to say that we attend St. Scholastica.